And welcome back to the Crypto Hawk program. We've got a great program today, Canton Coin. I've got at least 2 articles on Canton, 2 deep dives. I'm telling you what, man, this is really something else. I got all these $500 people calling me because they're trying to switch out of this and get out of some other. It's not just Canton. You guys are starting to see now that this is coming in very fast. The biggest organizations in the world, we're going to be talking about that today. The biggest stock, bond, commodity, brokerage, whatever you want to call this stuff, the biggest of the big is now implementing cryptocurrencies. They're getting all set up, everybody, for a flip of the switch. Look, I don't know when that date is, all right? I don't even pretend to know. Don't ask me price predictions. You guys don't do that, but just don't ask that dumb shit, okay? Nobody knows. If these motherfuckers on YouTube or wherever they're from really know any kind of shit, they wouldn't be having little fucking free shows, okay? No. Nobody knows. All this price prediction shit is for what they do is they trick brand new people that don't know shit with this price prediction dumb shit. And then they get you all hooked up and they take your crypto. They take custody of your crypto and stake it. Now that's so fucking wrong. And Caleb Brown, nobody's touching my crypto. It's mine. Okay. That's how it's set up there. Okay. Staking, don't do that dumb shit, right? That is so fucking stupid right now. Don't do that. For what? $1.30 XRP? That is so embarrassing. Chris Sharp needs a price prediction. Look, that is so dumb. Let's go on. Somebody has a question here. So XDC is a dud. No, XDC has a small use case, and it's for trade finance. What they wanted to do with XDC, I'll get into this later, but no, it's still a valuable crypto. It's not going to be one of the most valuable, but it's still a valuable crypto. The whole R3 thing where they couldn't. I was right. Ripple, now I'm guessing, but when Ripple split with R3, because they were partners at one point, I believe from the rumor mill that I heard, Ripple split because R3 couldn't come up with a crypto for their platform. So that's the issue. So then they had to use other cryptos, and then and look, the whole world of trade, they were trying to do all the stuff on R3 Corda, and it wouldn't work. So that's why Canton comes in. Now, both Canton and R3 are payments, but R3 does more trade finance payments, and they're a little more open, whereas Canton is more privacy layer. But we'll get into that today. Canton is like a trading coin. The Canton coin is set up specifically for these stock markets that are moving billions and trillions and quadrillions of dollars a year. That's the Canton network. The XDC network, I don't know much about XDC. I don't even know if XDC has a platform that they use, or what is it called? I have no idea. R3 is a platform. It's Corda. R3 is a company, Corda is a platform, and they were using different cryptos, but XDC is a coin. I don't know if they have a platform. I have no idea. I've never studied XDC because it's never in the news. I never see it doing anything. But Canton Coin, they got a platform and a native token. Bam, R3 doesn't have that. So maybe one of you guys know, does XDC have a native platform? And if so, what organizations are, partnered up with? But anyhow, that's like another show. I don't even fucking care. I mean, I'm not saying don't get rid of it or nothing like that. It's just I got rid of it because I just didn't really. Yeah, Michael Gilbert says I don't think so. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get into this. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't listen to anything I say about crypto or financial advice. I'm so fucking high every day for the past 6 years. Heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines. I snort it, eat it, LSD, opium, you name it. I got all kinds of drugs here at the house. I got like 50 kinds of drugs over on the counter right over there. Right now, I don't even know what I'm saying. And for the next hour, don't listen to anything on the show. Okay, there's your legal disclaimer. Buy high and sell low. That is the philosophy of this program, all right? Make sure you follow that. All righty then. Today, I saw this article, and you're going to love it. Let me send it to you. Canton Coin. Look, I'm not trying. Look, I don't work. You guys already know. I work for you. Seriously, you guys pay me $500. You get 3 months of expert advice, expert financial advice, and crypto advice. It'll get you totally destroyed. But I work for you, and I have some not sponsors. I have partners, a law firm, and a crypto, Australia's biggest crypto exchange. They have a company they own called Caleb Brown. So indirectly, I work for Australia as well. I do, because they own Caleb Brown. So I work for Australia's biggest exchange. Not work for them. I'm an affiliate of them. Let's make that clear. We're separate entities. I don't work for them. I just make this program for an hour. That's what I do. And let's keep going. We're looking at this article here. HQLA receives a no action letter from the SEC. We are going to explore. Okay, now it's deep dive time. This is going to start getting kind of heavy. HQLA, high quality liquid assets, receives a no action letter from the SEC. What do we got right here? This is so massive. Let's dig into this article. It's a very short article, and then I'm going to get into a very long deep dive. Okay, first is short, then it's long. HQLA, and with a little tiny X, has received a no action letter, an NAL, from the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, Division of Trading and Markets, that permits eligible U.S. broker-dealers, everybody, this is so big, and banks to access HQLAX distributed ledger technology Canton Coin enabled. It's not R3 Corda and it's not XDC. HQLA DLT enabled collateral mobility platform for 36 months. Now, for payments, yes. For trade payments, trade finance, that'll be XDC, okay? And R3 Corda. As set out in the no action letter, participation by U.S. institutions is subject to defined eligibility criteria, transaction limits, and ongoing reporting requirements. Everybody, what is this? The United States is allowing HQLAX, which is not an American company, it's allowing for all the banks and financial institutions in the United States to do business with them for all kinds of securities. This is massive right here. They have a 36-month license to work with American businesses, okay? 3 years. Now, this is very interesting. You know what? I don't know how long it takes for us to get super crazy rich. Maybe 2030? Maybe that's why this is 3 years. I know that 2030 shit comes up all the time. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Let's keep going. The no action letter permits HQLA to offer its collateral mobility services to qualified U.S. brokers, dealers, and banks. This is about big money, everybody. This extending access to U.S. regulated institutions where the services had previously been available only to their non-U.S. affiliates. I want you to see what's here. What have I been telling you for 5 or 6 years? The United States will be last. Here's another example of this. Other countries around the world have been able to utilize and hook up with this crypto and HQLA, not United States. Now, all of a sudden, it's the United States. We are getting ready, everybody. This is what I'm telling you. We are last. And when we start getting hooked up, that means it's time. Like, the United States will be last on all these things because we're the biggest, richest, most powerful country so far that we know of. And when the United States gets all hooked up, oh, it's ready to go. So they've already started this around the world. That's what this article is saying. It was already available to non-U.S. affiliates for I don't know how many years they've been doing this shit and getting hooked up, okay? This is very exciting that I'm reading to you right here because I don't know the date and the time, but I'm telling you about the sign of the times. Look at the sign of the times. What is happening is the United States is now all of a sudden allowing banks and shit and all these institutions, DTC, they're all hooking up in the United States. That's a very, very positive sign, okay? We have been waiting and waiting and waiting for 6 years. Now, finally, all the biggest banks in the United States are hooking up. And this is the article right here. They're not going to get in trouble. Gary Gensler was like he was the puppet, okay? They shut everything down, the Democrats with Biden, for 4 years. Nothing happened in crypto. Now, all of a sudden, look at this. This is amazing right here. Nobody's getting in trouble, okay? It's a green light, everybody. Now, let's look at what's going on at a deeper level with a Crypto Hawk deep dive. What is HQLAX, everybody? It's out of Luxembourg. Oh my God. You know this is like Roth, and I can't say child family, okay? This is out of HQLAX, is a Luxembourg-based regulated fintech infrastructure provider. It operates a private Canton coin. It operates a private permission distributed ledger technology platform, Canton coin, for collateral mobility in global securities, global finance, repo, and securities lending markets. The platform, HQLAX, enables real-time, frictionless ownership, here we go, ownership and transfers of securities. Oh my God. This is all crypto, everybody. This is coming in hot via digital collateral records, internal ledger tokens, represented membership. Now, without physical asset movement across the country. Now, this is how it started. HQLAX. All this stuff started with R3. That's what we're talking about right here. R3 with the not with the Canton. R3 started with this digital collateral records, okay? What it is, it's an internal ledger. Tokens represent ownership without physical asset movement across custodians. So this is a ledger where the coins don't go around the world and trade them and stuff. It's all just internally. Now, what's happening is they're switching out of R3 Corda and into Canton. Let's continue. So HQLAX and Clearstream internal received a no action letter, 36 months. They got 36 months vacation. No Gary Gensler is coming after them. Let's scroll down to the founders. Who are the founders of this? Guy named Guido. Oh, you already know this is all mafia. Guido Stromer, trading at UBS. He worked at UPS and handled all the trading. This other guy, Ali Benkert, he spent 20 years as an investment banking veteran at Goldman Sachs. There's a lot of people here. Deutsche Bank's involved. BNY Mellon's involved. Goldman Sachs is involved. MD Global's involved. BNP Paribas is involved. Clearstream is involved. JP Morgan's involved. HSBC is involved. Holy fuck. Now, how did this start? Listen how it started. Okay, here's why. R3 Corda and whatever they got going on with XDC. The past history, starting in 2017, it was founded. HQLAX. It was founded by who? Market practitioners. That means people that are traders and all that stuff. They were trying to solve, they couldn't do it with the R3 Corda thing, okay? And they were trying to solve collateral fragmentation. They had a prototype, R3 Corda, built in 2017 on R3 Corda with 5 banks. That shit don't work. The live launch was in November 2019. It had UBS, Credit Suisse, Commerce Bank. Let's go down here now. Pure. So what they wanted was this. They wanted this. Pure enterprise distributed ledger technology. Now, this whole project started on R3 Corda. They had what's called DCRs, digital credit, whatever these fucking things are. I forgot. I don't even care. R3 Corda is a pile of shit anyway. They had DCRs acted as non-trade. So they're non-tradable digital ownership tokens linked to underlying securities in custody. They planned a migration. They planned to migrate away from R3 Corda's platform to what? The Canton network right here. That is what just happened. The trading world is leaving all that R3 Corda dumb shit because look, it's good, but it was good at a time. Back in 2017, it was good. But it's not good anymore, okay? It's been replaced. It's got terminated. R3 Corda just got terminated, all right? Let's take a look here. And you got all the top banks in the world. All the top investment banks in the world are right here. Broadridge, everybody. Talks about in April 21, 2026, there was a Series C1 strategic minority investment from Broadridge on the New York Stock Exchange and Digital Asset. That's a Canton company, okay? Digital Asset is the company that made Canton, all right? So Broadridge Financial Solutions, massive company, joins with Canton, which is Digital Asset, to buy a minority investment into HQLAX. Then what happened? The collaboration with Broadridge, DLR. Broadridge has their platform DLR plus the Canton migration. They just left R3 Corda and said, bye-bye. Bye-bye, R3 Corda and whatever cryptos you use. Bye-bye. That's what happened, basically. Alrighty then. I'm trying to break it down Barney style so you get it. Let me cherry pick this. You got all these massive banks. I'm not going to read off all these names. Every bank that, like, what bank is not involved? That's, I guess, the question to ask. What's the use case of this crypto platform, the Canton? Collateral mobility, moving your collateral all around the entire fucking world. Okay, that's what it's about. You can't have a crypto. See, R3 had their crypto, but it's all stuck in a little fucking cesspool. Okay, what our Canton does is brings collateral mobility. Okay. They have optimization. It's optimized for banks, asset managers, insecurity, securities finance. That's kind of what trade finance is, what XDC is for. This is securities finance, repo finance. So yeah, securities lending. This is trade. They're kind of, okay, these two coins, XDC and Canton, they're kind of similar, but the Canton has payments, but okay, imagine this. XDC is more like Stellar. They move lower, small to mid-size payments. Okay. For trade finance, that's what XDC does. And then the Canton is more like Ripple. It moves the big fucking money. Okay. So, and they work with all the biggest of the big companies. So that's kind of like a general, I'm just trying to have some people understand this stuff. I'm trying to break this down really, really small. It's not accurate exactly, but you don't need to have accurate. All you need to know is how to make a lot of fucking money with that Canton coin. All right. Now, Who are the partnerships in all this? It started with R3 Corda. They are the core DLT partner. It was a prototype. 2017 is what they built. Deutsche Börse comes in with their skills. Broadridge comes in with their DLR platform and their interoperability with the Canton network. Both Broadridge and Canton invest in HQLAX and get a minority control portion of it. Digital Asset, which is the company that made Canton, Digital Asset is the one that has a strategic minority investment in HQLAX. And they did what's called a Canton network migration. This was April 21, 2026. They said, goodbye, bye, boy, R3. That's what they did. JP Morgan comes into this with their skills and their platform. JP Morgan's got their little platform. Was it Connexus or some shit like that? Quorum or whatever. Eurex is involved in this. I mean, just the biggest of the big. Clearstream, Goldman Sachs, fucking everybody that's Banco Santander. All these people are Ripple partners. They're all doing this. Enterprise, let me hold off on that one. We Match, BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank, and Ripple partners involved. Goldman Sachs, HSBC. Let's see here. HQLAX is a mature, institutionally anchored DLT, distributed ledger technology infrastructure, Canton coin, play with strong regulatory tailwinds and no crypto native risks. Okay, let's click out of that one and go to the next deep dive with all this. Clearstream. What is Clearstream? Because Clearstream's involved in this. They do securities trading. Clearstream International is it is a Luxembourg. Oh, here we go again. It's either Switzerland, Zug Switzerland, or Luxembourg, whatever. This one is a Luxembourg based international central securities depository, wholly owned by the publicly listed Deutsche Börse Group. Clearstream delivers core post-trade services like issuance, settlement, custody, collateral management, and securities lending and liquidity solutions. They're across 60 different markets, countries, regions, whatever you want to call it. Now, Clearstream doesn't have a crypto or a token or nothing like that. Clearstream operates as a regulated, traditional financial market infrastructure that is strategically, here we go, expanding into cryptocurrencies and blockchain and fintech and all the fun stuff, everybody. All the biggest of the big, everybody. We're reading it right now. They're all expanding as we talk right now into everything crypto. This is the last chance. I don't know how long we got before all this crypto prices shit goes up, okay? These are welfare prices. You know why all this crypto is cheap? Because they're buying on private ledgers where you can't see, okay? Dark pools and all that shit. That's why this crypto is cheap. The banks aren't going to pay $20 for an XRP. That ain't going to happen. So when you start buying XRP and the price goes up, Ripple will then dump it into the market to keep the prices down so the banks can either buy it, but Ripple's actually selling it to them privately for very, very cheap. And yes, the price that Ripple's selling it for is not what you're paying. If you're paying $1.30, the banks are probably paying 30 cents, okay? I'm just letting you know. There are two different prices. Do not let people at Ripple lie to your fucking face and tell you, oh no, it's the same price. It's not the same price. They're fucking liars. Okay, same guy that made Ripple, Jed McCaleb, they had dark pools and Ripple gets custom. Ripple can make special deals and sell it wherever they want, okay? That has been going on. And Ripple doesn't even sell it, all right? It's the XRP2 that sells it. If you want to get technical, XRP2 is the one that actually sells the crypto, not Ripple. Everybody's got that twisted and fooled, okay? Damn, Crypto Hulk. You sure know about this shit. Ripple hasn't sold XRP since 2013. I think May 2013. It's been 13 years. Alrighty then. Now, let's look at Clearstream. Was founded in 1970. It's a consortium. Clearstream was founded by 66 banks. All these 66 banks got together and formed something we call Clearstream. Current leadership. I'm going to skip through. These are all Barclays, Morgan Stanley, BNY Mellon, all these banks involved in Clearstream. Clearstream, listen to this, is deeply involved in fintech, distributed ledger technology, okay? They have what's called a D7 platform, digital issuance since 2021. They've been doing this crypto shit for 6 years, everybody. Are you hearing me? Now, I don't know why this shit's taking so long. It's whenever it happens, it happens. But the D7 blockchain version launched November 2025 on Google Cloud, which is a Ripple partner, okay? Clearstream enables digital issuance, tokenizing of securities, like Canton Network does that for them. And now remember Canton Coin, that Canton Network, that's been around for like 4 or 5 years. They have been doing all this shit behind the scenes. But Crypto Hulk, the Canton coin just came out 3-4 months ago. Yeah, the coin just came out to us. Oh, the coin just came out to us, not them. Oh, yeah. See how all this works? That Canton Network, I think, has been out in 2021. That's 5 years ago. These motherfuckers have been tokenizing, keeping it all a secret, everybody. Look, I'm telling you what, when this crypto hits, the only part I believe what Ripple says is like a flip of the switch. I believe that, yes. But all this other stuff, I don't believe a word Ripple says. These people are just all about non-disclosure agreements. They're not, look, Ripple is not for retail, okay? It's not at all designed for, I don't know why they're having Ripple events and having like little retail peon people show up like dumb shits. Like it's not for retail, okay? So anyway, let's move on because that's foolishness. Trying to act all, I want to get a picture of David Schwartz. That's so fucking stupid, all right? It's not even designed for retail. All right. Clearstream is about institutional. See, this is what all the Ripple and all this shit is. It's for institutions, not for little dumb shits like us. We can just go on Coinbase and buy some shit. They're at some whole new level, like at 36,000 feet above sea level, okay? I'm not at that level. Now, Clearstream's hooked up with Swift. Let me scroll through. Okay, Ondo. Oh, shit. If you got Ondo, congratulations. Crypto Hulk, what's going on with Ondo and Clearstream and all of this? Everybody? April 2026, Ondo Finance and Clearstream and a company called 360X partnership live. They have tokenized United States stocks, ETFs, now tradable on 360X. That is massive right there. And I also told you about see, no other channel did this. I'm the only one that told you about ONS, ONDS, and ONDA, the ONDA Corporation. That is all government, oh man, Defense Department shit. This ONDO thing is tied right in there with the government. These other channels have no fucking clue. Let's keep going. You're on the right channel. If you want to learn how to trade, and if you want to learn hardcore investment information and stuff, stocks, bonds type with crypto, this is the channel right here, okay? All righty. Let me take a look here. No accelerating. Let's see. Full exhaust yes. Okay, Clearstream is hooked up with just the top banks. Ondo Finance. So fucking massive. So Ondo is now kind of partnered in and utilizing the Canton Network and shit, which is very all interoperable. Then you got Ondo's got the Axelar bridge, which is Ripple. So there you go with that. HQLX, Cloud Margins, Proximity, Infosys. I'm looking for other cryptos. DTCC is tied right in there. What is that? That's Canton Network. So there's Clearstream. Let me click out of that. Let me check some comments because it's been a while since I've looked at this page here. Never swap the fart coin. Well, looks like we're talking about some real hardcore intellectual shit down there. I need to open a trust at Caleb Brown. Somebody's waiting for their trust from the Cryptoholic lawyer. A couple of people are waiting for their trust to clear so they can get that Caleb and Brown and put their crypto inside the trust. Smart move. Now's the time, everybody. I mean, if you waited, I mean, don't wait. But maybe if the last point, yeah, you know what? It's just we don't know when all this clarity shit's coming out. And sometimes with the Cryptoholic lawyer, it could take 1 to 2 months to get all that shit done. You don't want the Clarities Act to pass, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck. So, but, you know, whatever. Everybody's got their own thing, I guess. It's not how much crypto you buy. It's how much you get to keep. And when your crypto is locked into that Cryptoholic lawyer, they hide it. So it's not showing up as yours. It's not even yours. So if you're going through a divorce, child support, custody, whatever it is, blah, 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 when that trust gets set up and all the lawyer hides, they obfuscate it, they hide it, it doesn't show up as yours at all. So there you go. Okay, the next. Now let's talk about HQLAX. Did we already do that? Guido. Yeah, that was the Guido. Hey, Guido. Let me click out of that one. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I think I'm mixed up a little bit. Transit. Okay. That is. Thanks. Hold on. Autopilot. What is this? Okay. Let's talk about. Oh, I got 2 big articles. Let's go with another Canton article. Here we go again. Canton is in the news. Look, man, I don't break. If it's in the news, I just report it. Okay, so Canton coin. There's got to be something getting set up, everybody. There's no fucking way this Canton coin is this much in the news unless something that we can't see is being set up very soon, or whatever. I don't know. Let me read this here. This came out on April 13th. It's kind of 20 days old or something. Transcend is a company called Transcend, and it connects to the Canton network. Transcend has connected to the Canton network to enable real-time mobility of tokenized assets. That's moving them all around. According to Transcend, this service will support clients' ability to move collateral and cash instantly and optimally across counterparties and markets using a combination of traditional and tokenized assets. Transcend is also building connectors from Canton nodes to clients' existing internal systems with two-way APIs to translate DeFi to and from traditional finance. So they have a translator. They're getting all this. They're able to look. I don't understand all this tech, but they're able to get the old way of moving information and translate it into the fast way, whatever they're doing there. Okay. In addition, the firm is building a node as a service. Transcend is building a node as a service on Canton and the translation software for clients' internal systems to communicate with DeFi nodes, beginning with Canton and extending to other distributed ledger technology platforms. This is interoperable. And I'll tell you what, I'm sure they're built up on top of the Ripple network. I'm 100% positive of that, possibly even using Codius. But they say Codius is dead, don't they? All the haters. This is what I really think here. I think Codius might be used to be interoperating with all of this right here. Call me crazy, but I really think so. Let me look at the deep dive here. Transcend is a fintech project highlighted in the securities trade. Okay. Transcend is an enterprise business-to-business fintech software platform founded in 2013. Now that's interesting because that's the same time Ripple came on the scene, isn't it? Well, yes, it is, Crypto Hulk. 2013, Ripple hits the scene, and exact same year, this interoperable platform called Transcend. See, Ripple's an interoperable platform, but just somehow Transcend also is an interoperable platform. It started the same year Ripple started. Things that make you go, huh. Transcend, I'm telling you what, this whole fucking Ripple shit is the government, all right? It's ridiculous if you can't see this. Transcend is an enterprise, business-to-business fintech software platform. It was founded in Pictaway, New Jersey, specializing in collateral, liquidity, inventory optimization for capital markets and participants, particularly repo, securities, lending, derivatives, and CCP margin flows. Instead, its latest major development, Transcend, is a deep integration with the Canton network. There we go. Transcend now enables clients to use in hybrid, traditional, DeFi. So it's allowing the old school system and the new school DeFi and Web3 all able to communicate and talk to each other. This is fucking massive right here. It's already, everybody. I wouldn't be surprised. Once whoever flips this switch, we're going to be rich. That's just what it's all done. We're seeing it right here. It's all done. We just need for them to let it go. They need to like pull the trigger on the starting gun and we could all start running the race, okay? This shit is done. Transcend's leadership, the people running it, and the advisory board have deep traditional finance roots. That's old school people, all right? But they also got Citibank, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, JP Morgan, everybody. Okay, at Transcend, who's running it? A 20-year veteran at Citibank, not a big deal. He spent 20 years at Citibank, and he's the CEO of the company here. Everybody from this, everybody in here has worked for Citibank and these top banks. Citibank especially. Wow, a lot of Citibank people in here. BNY Mellon executive, 28 years. This other person, 28 years at Goldman Sachs. Like, this thing is, yeah, Canton is so fucking fit right in there. There's no competition for Canton Coin. I'm just letting you know. Like, if it was here, I'd let you know. Look, you pay me, and I tell you what I see. So I'm not seeing any other cryptos with this, all right? Blockchain Canton network. Transcend builds the connectors to it. Canton Coin has that global synchronizer. The Ondo is mixed up, not in this article, but Ondo is mixed up in this too. I'm just putting that out there, the Ondo we just read. So if you guys want to get Ondo, I'd probably recommend it. I mean, Ondo's only a BlackRock partner. That's not a big deal to some of you guys, right? Canton Network, okay. BNY Mellon. These are the governments involved, just a lot of big banks. Okay, broader Canton use cases, working with the DTCC. Yeah, this is massive. Transcend has 45 partners, central counterparties or exchanges they work with. This right here is working with 45 crypto exchanges. Five tri-party agents, Acadia, they're working with Euroclear. That's a massive trading company right there. Citibank again. Okay, those are all the names of companies I recognize. Just a lot of banks, the top banks with this one. This one again is Transcend, and they now have integrated Canton Network, and they're working with 45 exchanges. I'm going to say stock exchanges, okay? Not crypto exchanges. My bad on that one. Let's see if we got any time. 20, we got loads of time. Let me go through some comments. My last article today, JP Morgan, like the world's biggest bank. Let me show you what's going on with them in crypto and what cryptos are they working with. Show me what you're working with. Let me look at the comments here. Mikey Gilbert says, I got my 33,000 Canton coin and I'm happy as poor vet. If I was going to invest, Larry Conti, $500 member, says Bank Social or Canton coin. You know, that's a tough one, man. Split the difference. Split it. I love both of those two. I can't pick. Like if I had to choose, I don't know. I'd say split the difference, Larry. If you get $500, put $250 in each. That's the best. That's what I would do. But don't copy me because I'm high as fuck right now. So there you go. Donald Trump, huge. It's not hiding our crypto. It's securing our assets. Absolutely, says D. Curry. Okay, let me read the JP Morgan article. Get that lawyer. I'm telling you. These motherfuckers are going to try to steal your crypto from you. I'm just letting you know. JP Morgan. Let me show you the article. This is our last article for today. It's huge. I'm telling you, the biggest of the banks are getting involved. This is the last of the cheap crypto, everybody. I don't know when that day is, but it's going to go really expensive. Here's the title. JP Morgan Chase says instant money needs to have instant certainty. Okay, JP Morgan's letting us know it's not about how fast the crypto is. It's about how secure it is. That's why that's why it's never going to be Bitcoin. Everything Ethereum gets hacked. It's not going to be Ethereum. We all know it's not Fartcoin and shit. It's not going to be Pepe. It's not Shiba Inu. Okay. Let's hear what the biggest bank in the world, they're looking for a particular crypto to use. So let's see what JP Morgan, and who is JP Morgan? Who are they hooked up with for payments? We're going to learn here. It's the clearinghouse. And the clearinghouse is all about Ripple. We'll get into that here in a minute. The race to move money faster has entered a different phase. One where the defining feature is no longer speed alone. It's not about speed, everybody. Some of you guys say, this platform has 1 million transactions per minute or per second. It doesn't even fucking matter. Who gives a shit about that? Speed alone does not matter, but the degree of certainty that accompanies it. Against the backdrop of record-setting volumes, the clearinghouse real-time payment network. Now, we're going to have to learn what the clearinghouse is. It's a payment system that the United States top banks, they have a little network where they kind of trust each other and make payments and shit. That's called the clearinghouse. Very, very few cryptos are involved in that, okay? But this is how these banks, you know, if you send, okay, if I send money in my account, Wells Fargo, to my friend who has B of A, the B of A computer will go into the clearinghouse, contact Wells Fargo and say, hey, did Crypto Hawk, like if I sent the money, my bank, the clearinghouse will ask my bank, hey, did Crypto Hawk send the money? And Wells Fargo will say, yeah, it'll be there in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Then the clearinghouse tells that other bank, it's okay, it's good to go. And then, so the other person gets paid. And they don't have to wait around for 5-10 minutes. Bank of America just pays them because Wells says, yeah, we got it. The money's right here. It's coming to you. So that's what the clearinghouse is. The top banks in the United States use the clearinghouse. We're going to look into what crypto is involved with that. What network? And we all know it's Ripple. Okay. But there's probably some other stuff in here. New people want to, and not everybody knows all this stuff. I got new people coming here all the time. So the clearinghouse is a network. And it's very, very important because these banks trust each other, but we got to stop having the trust. And now, so instead of Bank of America contacting the clearinghouse, who then contacts Wells Fargo, yep, payments made. Okay, let me go tell. This all is going to be on the blockchain. That's what Ripple's all about, okay? Getting rid of contacting this person. Stop that dumb shit. Let's just have it all on the blockchain. So B of A can just look on the blockchain. Yep, it's right there. Boom, paid, done. No, nobody needs to be calling each other back and forth. That's what we're trying to get rid of right now. Consumers are using instant payments for digital wallet transfer. I'd like to know where that's going. Oh, I got a digital wallet on my phone, but it's not a crypto wallet. Okay, it's for account. Oh, but Wells Fargo. What has Crypto Hawk been saying for years? When I can grab my phone and my Wells Fargo has a crypto wallet in there, we are almost there. Guess what show I did the other day in case you missed it? Wells Fargo just announced they're going to have crypto wallets, crypto lending, crypto purchase, everything. That little thing I've been telling you all those years, if Wells Fargo has a wallet, guess what? It's already here. Everybody, we're close. Information is very, very important. You get the right information. Consumers are using instant payments for digital wallet transfers, account-to-account movement, earned wage access, and gig economy payouts. Megan Sibbald, head of product and general manager for real-time payments and pay by bank at JP Morgan Chase, said in an interview, faster payments have become embedded in how consumers manage liquidity, not merely how they complete transactions. So let's look at the deep dive here real quick. Well, here's the clearinghouse. If you want to look at their website, you should just take a glance at what the clearinghouse is. Again, it's a group of all the top banks, and they have their own little thing called the clearinghouse network, and that's how all their payments are done. So let's go to the Grok deep dive here and let me see. The clearinghouse is not a cryptocurrency project or a token, none of that stuff. The clearinghouse is the oldest U.S. banking association, founded in 1853. As it started in New York, and it was called the New York Clearinghouse, okay? Owned and governed by 25 of the world's, I made a mistake, it's the world's largest commercial banks. TCH, which is the clearinghouse, which we're just talking about, operates core U.S. payment rails that clear and settle $2 trillion a day. That's on this real-time payment network, okay? It's real-time / instant. It functions, the clearinghouse is a systemically important financial market utility. It's a SIFMU. That means this clearinghouse is protected by the government of the United States. It's that important. And whatever they do, the government's going to make sure they keep doing it, okay? Now, the clearinghouse has advocated for and has explored digital assets, stable coins, etc. They want this. The clearinghouse wants crypto. That's what Grok is saying right here. Now, the president of the clearinghouse, he spent 20 years at Swift as the chief product officer and the chief strategy officer at Swift. That is so fucking massive right there. And you got FIS involved. Look, everybody's involved with this whole shit. They've got executives from Fidelity Information System, MasterCard, JP Morgan, the Federal Reserve. All the top people are working at the clearinghouse, okay? This is massive. Who's on the board? Who supervises the board at the clearinghouse? Brian Monahan of Bank of America. He's in charge of the board of directors. Now, is there fintech involved in a clearinghouse? It says here, heavy, real-time payment. APIs enable instant payments. DDA, which is a token service, a crypto service, directly supports open banking fintech integrations. Here we go right here. They're already integrating crypto into the clearinghouse, everybody. No on-chain activity, no token launches as of now. The clearinghouse advocated for bank engagement in digital assets. February 2025. In February 2025, all the clearinghouse, all these banks, the 25 banks, they wrote a joint letter to the president's working group, and they said this. They want to remove obstacles for banks in digital assets. That's what was going on. The Biden administration shut all that down. I want you to see this. Banks want crypto, okay, according to Grok. Banks want crypto because 25 of the world's biggest banks, they all wrote a letter and they advocated for bank engagement in digital assets, February 2025, to the president's working group. From what I'm reading here, it's not that banks don't want to. I don't know who's trying to make it sound like, oh, the banks don't want to have crypto. Maybe they just don't want us to have yield or whatever. Banks want crypto. Here's the evidence right there. All these top banks in the world, they're asking the president in 2025 they advocated for banks to engage in crypto. That's what it's saying right here. MasterCard's heavy in with Ripple. FIS, Fidelity Information Service, heavy in with Ripple. So all these companies are already linked in. You got Pfizer involved. We all know Pfizer's a Ripple partner. Unofficially, of course, with Ripple's 1,700 non-disclosure agreements. I'm telling you what, we are totally right on this channel. Now, I asked Grok, isn't Ripple a member of the real-time payments group? Here's Grok's answer. No, it's not a member or direct partner. You can participate in the clearinghouse and not be a member of it. So that's what Ripple is. They participate right here. Ripple Labs is a fintech crypto company focused on blockchain payments. So it cannot join as a direct participant. Let's read. Ripple joined the ISO 20022. That's what the banks are going to use. RippleNet is explicitly listed in the ISO. Ripple has contributed to the ISO 20022 standards for cross-border payments. So Ripple technology has helped the ISO become what it is today. Now, 2020, FIS, which is Fidelity Information Service, they are the biggest payment aggregator in the entire world. In 2020, they had a Ripple partnership. And FIS is a major Ripple partner for ODL. What is ODL? They've been using XRP since 2018, everybody. That's 8 years. They've already been using this for 8 years. The biggest payment aggregator in the whole entire world has been running. ODL means XRP. On-demand liquidity is XRP. They've been using that shit for 2018. I'm telling you what, America was already hooked up. This is what I'm telling you. We were already hooked up, but it's going to look like we're last, okay? There's more evidence right here. Fidelity has been running XRP for the past 8 years. Here's the evidence right there. We're just not allowed to see it, everybody, because it's on private ledgers and dark pools. It's exactly what's going on, okay? Grok says this indirectly bridges Ripple's cross-border tech to domestic instant rails for shared bank clients. FIS right there. Now, Ondo comes right in here, okay? Ondo, listen to this one. May 2020, like a few days ago, May 2026, Ondo pilot. Oh, shit. With Ripple and JP Morgan Connexus, the clearinghouse owner bank, plus MasterCard. They're using the clearinghouse's exclusive real-time payment software with Ondo Finance. Oh, shit. Ondo's involved in the clearinghouse, everybody. Ondo is involved with global payments with Ripple, the clearinghouse, JP Morgan. This is fucking huge for Ondo, okay? What we got going on is Ondo Finance completed a near real-time tokenized U.S. Treasury redemption pilot. They use the XRP ledger to fiat via MasterCard's Connexus. This demonstrates blockchain traditional rail interoperability. Everybody, it's all integrated. The old school and the new, I'm showing you right here. They turned XRP into cash, real American dollars, okay? They've integrated these systems where now crypto can interoperate with the old school system. They don't need to give up the old system. They can just run it when it all settles and shit. It can use, I'm not the technical payment guy, but this is what's up right here. Ondo, JP Morgan, they're moving all the money around. Old school is linked right up to the new school. There's no gaps. Well, they said it almost a near real-time tokenization. So that's how we get the old school shit with the new. Instead of us just throwing away the whole old system, it looks like they're running them together. They're linking them somehow, at least. Now, maybe they leave the old system one day, but for right now, the old system's all linked up to the new. We are ready, everybody. This is already done, okay? And Ondo is a crypto in there. That's very, very massive. That's huge for that company. They're actually saying it. I mean, that's if you should probably consider Ondo. Okay, I can't tell you to buy it, but very seriously consider Ondo. All righty then. That is the end. What do we got here? Hold on a minute. $250. We got John Follett. Good old John Follett. I won't cancel you there, Johnny boy. Johnny! Let me add you. I'm telling you what, everybody, it's all going down right now. The biggest of the big. John Follett's going to re-up. John What? $250. He's saying 1 of 2 payment. All right. John's already a $500 member. He's re-upping his membership. That's good. Smart move. Information's power, dude. That's how you're going to get rich. Shit changes in crypto very fast. Like all of a sudden now, Ondo is in with this fucking Federal Reserve, World Global Payment, the Clearinghouse, Real-Time Payment, Ripple, and all these fucking banks. Ondo? Fuck yeah, it's in there. That's massive right there. That brings a lot of street credibility. Ondo is a part of the United States global. That the Clearinghouse, that's global, everybody. That's involved with banks and shit. Ondo is now involved in the United States banking system and the global banking system, the Clearinghouse. That is so fucking massive. That's the top 25 of the world's biggest banks. Ondo is a payments provider. They're involved in this. That is so fucking massive right now, okay? Ondo's not just some, not that it's bad, but not just for stock market shit. This is Clearinghouse for payments. Ondo, that is fucking massive for that project, okay? Then we got Robert Driscoll, strapped in and ready, Hulk. Just get on that rocket ship and be ready. So very, very, I didn't know that. I just learned that today. So like I'm telling you, shit like this, if you're not tight with Crypto Hulk, information is very, very important. And I know quite a bit of things. Payment cryptos are my specialty, but I know a little bit of the others, cryptos and stuff. You need right now to have this information. These people call me up and they got 6 years of Crypto Hulk experience. That's fucking worth it. 3 months. And you got some guy who's a massive researcher. And we can discuss about cryptos. Crypto Hulk, should I do this? Or what do you know? I don't talk about everything on this program with these people. That's the reason I keep some of this stuff just for them. So with that, I think we're done. 1 hour and 2 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta make some phone calls, probably to 5 people, $500 people after this. So I gotta get hustling. All right, I'll see you in the next one.